Stop negotiating prices in US dollar. You're buying products from China and their local currency is RMB, which is yuan. So why would you ask the prices to a factory in China US dollar? If you're buying tacos in Mexico, you would be buying tacos in pesos, not US dollar. If you try to pay US dollar, they will be trying to take more money from you. This is Burak Yolga. I'm the founder of Forceget Digital Freight Forwarder. Today's video, I will be explaining why you should be and how you should be negotiating prices in RMB in yuan from a factory in China. Let's get started. Welcome back. So I lived in China 7 years, and one thing that I learned in China from the factories and from my friends who lived in China while I was in the trade shows or visiting the factories in China, to price negotiate with the factories are the most important thing for success. One of the most important thing in 2023 is saving money with your buying prices, with the currency exchanges, with the suppliers, relationships. More importantly, you need to understand your landing cost. And one of the main factor, if you're selling on Amazon, is the production cost. So basically your purchasing price, the shipping and fulfillment cost, as well as Amazon FBA fees and the returns. Obviously, you will have other costs such as PPC and many other fees. However, the main game actually starts from when you are buying a product from China. So let's get started from the basic side. When you pay US dollar to a factory in China, let's see what happens as a mistake. So if you think about buying products overseas, those companies, those factories, they have their own local cost. So what I mean with that, if you are planning to produce cocktail shaker set, such as this product, right? You can see that this product is made of a couple of different things. We have stainless steel in here, we have bamboo in here, and we have a product box, shipping box. So basically, when you're actually sourcing product from China, there are a couple of different facts you should be considering. Number one, how the factory actually orders the product, how the factory manufactures the product. So if you ever visit a factory in China, what you're going to see is they will have different type of departments. For example, they have projects department like product development. They have manufacturing side where they can actually produce the product. They have assembly lines. They have testing department, Q&As. They have packing department. They have delivery department. So all these departments in China, they actually use their own local currency yuan, RMB, in order to function the factory. So basically, when they're buying a product, the factory in China will not actually purchase a product like this. They're not going to buy a finished product. What they do is they actually order stainless steel with big quantities like 100 tons, 50 tons of stainless steel. And when this product, the raw material arrives to the factory, they basically start producing the product. So they basically pay the production fee. Their real cost is when they buy the product, the raw material from another supplier in the local market, they pay yuan to them, RMB. And also their electricity fee, their maybe sewage, water, all the rent and all the employees, they also pay them RMB in yuan. By the time they finish the product, when they quote you, when they send you the price, they will be sending you the price in the US dollar. What they do is basically they calculate their entire cost, and when the production is ready, they calculate their total cost and they start charging you in US dollar. One thing that you are missing out in here, that they're adding additional 5 to 10% of compensation between the conversion rates. The reason is they think that in order to keep safe for them, they will try to not to lose money. The way they can do that is to give you a price which is safe for them. So how are we going to understand? So basically, if you go to Alibaba.com and if you want to source this product, cocktail shaker set, we can actually start the search with a very simple product. So if you're buying a full set of gift set, cocktail shaker set, or any other product, you need to actually understand how to break down this product. For example, if we're right here, cocktail shaker, you will see that prices will be on Alibaba.com will be in US dollar. So there's something very tricky in Alibaba.com. In order to attract you, in order to click these factories, they will put very low price. So there is no such price 52 cents for a cocktail shaker in China. You can see that many other companies, they're trying to charge you $2.2, $2.8, $3 or $3.5, even $4 sometimes, $5. So why this factory is doing this is in order to attract you, in order you to see a low price and you click on the contact supplier, then they will actually start charging you more money. So this is something very tricky. You need to be very careful. So what I'm trying to show you in here right now is whenever there is a product that you're trying to source, you should always go and look at that product in 1688.com, which is a similar version of Alibaba but in a Chinese local market. This is going to allow you to understand the real product cost of this product. So you can see here, when I look at the Chinese version of this product, it is basically much cheaper than Alibaba.com. The reason is these companies are locally targeting the brands who are trying to source from China. You don't have to worry about like paying them in RMB, in yuan. You can always pay them in US dollar. However, your price negotiation will be in the US dollar. This is the most important thing. Next thing you need to do is when you contact these companies, you need to understand your real cost. So the way you can do that is understanding what will be your negotiating term. So basically, when you contact a supplier in Alibaba.com, you can actually go to contact these companies and then more importantly, go and send them the link of another company who's manufacturing this product. There are a lot of different criteria, obviously, such as product material. So the stainless steel has a couple of different grades. Some of them are dishwasher safe, some of them are not dishwasher safe. That's why it's very important for you to understand and compare the cost apple to apple. Otherwise, you might be getting some price which is not very correct, which can cause you at the end of the day, it can cause you some mistakes. So how are you going to calculate this actually? One thing is that I would like to show you is the exchange rate. Exchange rate, why you should be actually start negotiating the prices in RMB. So there are a couple of different reasons. One of them is 3 months ago, 4 months ago, actually 6 months ago, Chinese yuan was much more expensive compared to US dollar. What it means is, imagine you're ordering $10,000 worth of product from China. So in February or March 2023, your $10,000, when you send them, they would buy RMB because all their manufacturing costs, the production cost, all the employees, the salaries, the electricity, all the facilities, all the charges are in their local currency. So basically, when you send them $10,000, what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to their bank and they're gonna convert this money. Basically, last year in March, they will basically getting, if one RMB, one dollar was 6.8 US dollar, basically when they give $10,000 to a bank, the bank will give them back 68,000 yuan RMB. What is it today is that $10,000, when you send them $10,000, basically they will be getting 73,000 RMB. It means the price difference between this year March and today is almost $6,000. 73,000 minus 68,000. Basically, you will be sending them $10,000, same money, but they will be making $5,000 extra. So if you consider like 5,000 RMB, you multiply that to 7.3 today, basically they will be making almost $700 more money. So if you negotiated the price in the past in RMB, then you would actually save this money and you will be more competitive because your breakdown will be cheaper. So this is really important. Another very crucial part in here that we should be considered about is that price changing. So if your factory actually tells you that, okay, the product of the cocktail shaker set increase, they will be giving you the price increase in US dollar. Basically, they might be going and telling you 6 months ago, this product on Alibaba.com was $8.5 to $9. So now today in the platform, there are a lot of companies are showing this product around $12. You can see that. So $11.5. You can see that also. So basically, what you see in here is if they increase the prices from $9 to $11, means that the price increased $2. If you convert that to RMB, 7.3, basically they increase the price almost 15 RMB. 15 RMB in 6 months is a lot of money. You need to understand what is the cost of this increase. If they quote it in US dollar, you can never understand that, the breakdown. So when they try to increase your price 15 RMB, the first thing you need to ask is what increased in that 15 RMB? Is it the stainless steel? Is it the bamboo product? Or it is the electricity, the workers, or something else? Because we know that China does not have inflation right now. China has deflation. It means that prices are getting cheaper in China because there's not enough demand. This is why when you negotiate the prices with your suppliers in China, you should be very careful. Instead of using US dollar, you should be using yuan and RMB. So this way you can understand your real cost. And this way in the future, if you want to increase your quantity or if you want to switch to a new supplier, you can always have the breakdown. And please make sure that you asking actually not a set price. You should be asking each individual product. So how much is this in yuan? How much is this item in yuan? How much is this item in yuan? And what is the, for example, bamboo set, bamboo stand cost and the cocktail shaker set? And more importantly, please don't forget to also ask the breakdown of the user guide, materials, packing details, all sort of product inside the package will be a cost, but the cost is not US dollar. Their cost is RMB in yuan. This is why you should be negotiating the price in the US dollar, in RMB, in yuan. And at the end, if your price is 70 RMB, basically you will divide that to that day's exchange rate. Basically your US dollar that you need to pay them is $9.58. So this way you will actually never lose money. I hope you understand my point and I hope you can start using this actually. I am hoping that this is going to help you to save money. In my experience, you can save up to 10% with this negotiation way. You can always pay them in US dollar. You don't have to pay them RMB or yuan. The way you negotiate is RMB, yuan, but the way you're going to pay them is the US dollar. If you like the video, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and I see you in the next video. Feel free to reach us out at sales@forceget.com and you can comment on the video and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and see you in the next video.